want to tell you something today that may change the way you see your entire life. It begins with an elephant. In parts of the world where elephants are kept in captivity, trainers use a very simple method to keep them from running away. When the elephant is very young and very small, they tie one of its legs to a wooden stake in the ground with a rope. The young elephant feels the rope. It pulls, it struggles, it fights against it with everything it has, but it is too small, too weak, and eventually, after days of trying, it stops. It learns, at that young age, a belief that will govern the rest of its life. This rope can hold me. Years pass. The elephant grows. It becomes one of the most powerful animals on the earth, capable of pulling down trees, capable of moving tons of weight with ease. And yet, the trainer never upgrades the rope, never drives a deeper stake, never builds a stronger cage, because they do not need to, because the elephant is not held by the rope anymore. It is held by the memory of the rope. It is held by a belief it formed when it was small and powerless, a belief it never once stopped to question, because why would it? It had always been true before. And so this magnificent, powerful creature stands each day within feet of its freedom and never takes a single step toward it. I want you to sit with that for a moment, because I have spoken with many people over the years who are living exactly like that elephant, held not by actual limitations, but by the memory of limitations that no longer exist, the rejection that happened 15 years ago that still makes you hesitate before you put yourself forward today, the relationship that ended badly that still makes you keep love at arm's length, the time you tried something and it did not work, and the quiet conclusion you drew from that moment, that maybe you are simply not the kind of person things work out for. These are old ropes, tied when you were smaller, tied when you had less, tied when the world felt bigger and you felt less capable of meeting it. But you are not that version of yourself anymore. You have grown in ways you have not yet given yourself credit for. You have survived things that would have broken other people. You have kept going through seasons that asked far more of you than was fair. And yet, here you are, still standing, still searching, still believing, even quietly, even stubbornly, that there is more available to you. That belief is not naive. That belief is the most important truth in your life, because the rope that is holding you is not real anymore. It only has power because you have not yet stopped to question it. So today, I want to ask you something direct. What is the rope in your life? What is the belief formed in a moment of pain or failure or rejection that you have been carrying forward as though it is still true? What have you stopped reaching for because you tried once and the stake held? Because here is what I know. The stake is long gone. The only thing remaining is the memory of it. And memory can be examined. Memory can be questioned. Memory can be replaced with something truer and more powerful. The moment you begin to question the rope, everything changes. The moment you realize your limitations are not permanent features of your character, but temporary conclusions drawn from past experiences, you begin to move differently. You begin to reach. You begin to try. You begin to take up the space that was always yours to take. I want to tell you one more thing before we close today. The elephant, for all its power, for all its strength, never runs because it never tries. But you are already trying. You are already here, already asking, already leaning toward something better, even when you cannot fully see it yet. That is not nothing. That is everything. The rope is not real. Take a step, and then take another. And I promise you, the life that is waiting on the other side of that first step is far greater than anything the memory of the old rope ever allowed you to imagine. You are more powerful than you have been living. It is time to remember that. I will see you in the next one. Be still, be well, and whatever you do, do not stop reaching.